Hello Pisces, welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor. Tonight we're going to read your tea leaves, but first we're going to pull a card from the Thoth deck. We're going to see, the Ace of Discs. Wonderful, wonderful. As a Virgo myself, I love seeing this card. So, we are dealing with the material world today. We are dealing with the affairs of your waking life and new beginnings, because it seems that things are coming together in your favor. You are going to be able to make some moves. You have the juice, as they say. You know what you need to do. You are probably in the process of obtaining the materials, the financing, the inspiration, the motivation, all of these things, getting them together so you can begin this work. Okay, I don't know what it is yet. It could be anything. I mean, you could be going back to school. You could be, getting ready to get married, getting ready to get divorced, starting a business, a project, all kinds of things. It could be whatever it is. But we're going to see what the tea leaves have to say. We're going to see if they give us some clarity. I'm so happy to be here today with you. Thank you for clicking on the reading. If you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, it definitely helps the channel. All right, so you have a wonderful ally, a best friend, a beloved, a ride, or you know what the other part is. We have a person standing here, and then we have, it looks like a dog or a wolf kind of behind, okay? A real sense of whatever comes at you, you have somebody by your side. Like, you're not going to fight alone if you don't want to, right? On the other hand, look at this. We have a person standing, and they are standing with a cat. Here's the head, the body. Here's the head, the body of the cat, and standing kind of peering out this way. Okay. So I almost wonder if these are like two parts of yourself, how you perceive yourself. The cat represents individuality. Somebody who is happy to be solitary, somebody who can spend time alone, somebody who you kind of follow your own, virtues, your own proclivities, your interests, your desires, your wants, your needs, all of this. This is something that you're not afraid of indulging, right? Now, on the other hand, we have this very extroverted, this almost kind of, at times can be aggressive energy. So I think really what's been happening lately is that you're vacillating between this kind of, I want to remain quiet, I want to focus on my own life, doing, the things that I need to do, for myself, getting back into that foundational place, the Four of Discs energy, a place of power, of being recharged, all that kind of stuff. Now, on the other hand, there's this feeling of, being pulled into the world, being kind of presented with the ordeals, the current atmosphere of society, okay? Where I thought maybe this was like you had a friend next to you who was showing up for you, like while you're going through something, and that might be the case too. But in this, now looking at these two symbols together, I do feel like there are times where you are much more engaged with the outer world, like, and not even your personal life, maybe, right? Like, you might be somebody that really feels a calling to your community, to the things that you believe strongly in. And I wonder if at times, you get really involved in this aspect itself, and it starts to really deplete you. That's the energy that I feel. There's a sense of kind of almost like, you're spending a lot of time being involved with whatever is calling you, and it's leaving you in a place where you don't have energy for much else. Okay. Now, this one reminds me of that Queen album cover. What is it? It's the something at the end of the world. What is that album? I'm going to look it up really quick. It's one of my favorite art pieces on any album ever. And I'm like a huge music nerd, and I'm old enough that I grew up analog. So I am a crate digger as well. And if you don't know what that is, it's a person that goes to record stores and thrift stores and, music, swap meet type things, and digs through the boxes and the crates and every shelf, looking at all the things. And a lot of people have different ways of picking music to listen to, but back in the day you often had to decide based on either the radio or somebody telling you about something, or you might have been like me and you would often pick based on, is this a cool cover? You know what I mean? Oh yes, it is News of the World, 1977. If you've ever seen that cover, this reminds me of that. So it's kind of like this giant, maybe a robot, maybe it's like a different kind of being. I don't know for sure. But it's holding people in its hands, like it's, picking them up and giving them a rough time there. And so, I do wonder, based on how the world feels for a lot of us these last weeks and months and even years for some of us, I wonder if you're hitting kind of a wall here. You've been doing a lot. You've been, out there speaking your mind. You've been trying to get people to see your perspective, how you view, whatever the topic is. I mean, pick a thing. The world is just, it's hard to understand what's going on right now. I fully do not understand. We are living in complete absurd, I don't even know what's happened. I don't know. Okay. But what I do know is it feels like this is not normal. It's not. But nothing is, right? Nothing is normal. Nothing we've ever experienced is the norm, really. Right? On a larger scale, as we look at things, everything that we do, feel, see, the configuration of life, it is all novel. It is all novel. So, I feel like this is a time for you to allow yourself to get the rest that you need, to even maybe step back at times when you need to give yourself in your life the same passion, love, care, stewardship, the very much the energy of the leader, the warrior, the mother, the healer, all these things that we're trying to be, everything that you are trying to be. And yet, sometimes you don't do that for yourself. Often, actually, you do not give yourself the same attention, care, and grace that you give other people and give the world. And so I feel like this is a time where you are almost kind of feeling, just completely wrecked by how things are going, how people are acting and treating each other, and you, maybe even treating you. And so I feel like there's a time here where you're stepping back a little bit, giving yourself the space that you need to have the energies that you need to continue and complete this work. Now, it looks like we have the letters KC down here. KC. We have a person sitting. You can see the skirt, the neck, the head, and then birds flying. This is a beautiful image. It feels like it's next to water. We also have, it looks like a duck over here. We have an X right here. Again with the K. We also have the number 31. And it looks like we have almost like a little mound, like a beaver dam or something, a little beaver lodge, I should say. So to me, this feels like you are really, really leaning into moments of quiet, just quiet contemplation, allowing yourself to be alone, allowing yourself to be in places that make you feel some kind of ease. Maybe it is that you are not being witnessed. You're out in nature. You don't necessarily perceive yourself being looked at or filmed or, surveilled or anything like that. It feels like you are out there in this great thing, allowed to just be whatever you are. And I feel like that's the big thing for you, is that sometimes it's like you're out here doing all these things and you feel very deeply about them, but it doesn't always allot for you to be your most authentic self. Because you have to remain protective and vigilant, no matter what it is that you are bringing to the world. If that means you are an artist and you're putting your art out there, you have to protect yourself to some degree, right? Emotionally, psychically, intellectually, maybe even physically, depending on what level you're on, and what kinds of people are happen to see your work, right? So I feel like here it's like you can be in that place where you don't have to be anything for anyone. You can just be yourself and do this life thing without having to worry and consider every little aspect of, how did I say that? When should I walk in the room? Should I smile? Should I shake a hand? We think about all these kinds of things all day long, constantly. Right? Little adjustments and things that we perceive, we picked up on, energies, attitudes, body language. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I feel you in this place, and as you kind of detox from being part of the greater world and all of its happenings, I feel that there is a message here brewing, right? You are finding your voice here. You are inspired. Now, we have a deer down here, and we also have, if you look at it kind of this way, the head is here, the body is here. Okay, and then we have a deer going this way as well. Okay, here's the head. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning. It has been so cold. I feel like my whole existence is just to stay awake and get my tasks done and not freeze or become so brittle I'm gonna snap in half, right? these days, no sun. No sun for days and days and days. It's so much snow, so cold. And I did a little yawn. I'm sorry. I know I have excuses for days. So when we have the deer, I know that you're having a spiritual experience. You are having an awakening, okay, of some kind, right? Maybe not the first, definitely not the last. I feel that there is a sense of, again, I feel you have a partner right next to you. And I have to say, and I'm going to put this down because I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. I have to say that I kind of believe that this person I keep feeling you with, because I kept thinking, like, maybe this is their spouse. I don't know. Maybe it's like a best friend, or I don't know. But now I'm realizing I feel like this person has transcended, and they walk with you. They're with you all the time. I kind of almost wonder if it was a sibling that passed when they were young. I hope that's not the case, but it does feel like there is a deeper tie to this person. Now, it could be a soul bond, you know, or something like this. You've had many lifetimes together, so you feel like siblings. But they walk beside you all the time. They're never not with you, right? And I know you're like, okay, chill out here. But it does. I feel like you even say, like, you live your life the way you do because you have to live for them as well. That's the feeling I get. Okay. Where were you before? There you go. Out of shot. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Spiritual experience. Ooh. Again with the dog. Look at that. We have the dog right here. Okay, so we also have a phallic symbol, creative symbol, the wand. We have a bird. We have a squirrel. We have an eye. I feel like it's important that you're focusing on also stacking your resources. You know, I think that's a lot of what this like real world energy is, that you are in this place where I think you're feeling very like, I want to be solitary. I want to go on my own path. I really don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to keep doing my thing and put my head down and really, really focus on this magical work, this spiritual work. But I think that there's also this real remembrance of, I have to like do the basic things. I have to do the material things. I have to make the money. I have to save. I have to make sure that I have resources going forward. And I think that is the big, you know, you kind of get into the cycle of really being into that. And then, you know, like a lot of us, I think it's just kind of like, okay, well, that's kind of, I need a little break here. You know, I'm hustling hard. I want to ask the cards. I kind of want to read cards right now. I want to ask the cards about, like, what is it going to be like here in this next, where are we? This period between now and, like, about Valentine's Day. What is happening for you? More specifically. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so we have the lust card or the strength card. Okay, so I do feel that you are, your vitality is just, I mean, risen, right? And I'm just going to move this one over here. There is a sense of like a strengthening and allowing yourself to go the way that it feels natural. And I think a lot of that is about kind of just detaching from your socializing right now. Maybe not being the one that calls every day, you know, maybe being a little more quiet for a while, you know, these kinds of things. So we're also going to pull two more at least. We have the Six of Cups. And then, yes, the Three of Wands. So I do feel like a real thing for you is you get into these places where you've worked really hard to kind of, you know, I'm not going to say you're like digging yourself out, but like to get to where you want to be, right? Feeling good, doing your thing, you know, being productive in whatever way you want to be productive. But then you get into this place where that pleasure of succeeding and doing the thing and working hard spills over into the kind of, I should get a treat, or I should, you know, I deserve a little bit of, you know, celebration, or some time off, or, you know what I mean? Like whatever it is for you, however you like to treat yourself. But that can get... it can get into the debauch real quickly, right? It can get into the overuse, the over consumption, the immersing yourself in the pleasures. Now, on the other side, you have a strong sense of virtue, integrity. You are a person of your word. You do what you say you're going to do, that kind of thing. So I feel like aligning these two things and making sure that you are tempering yourself between the two. Okay. Now we'll pull one more just to kind of see what bridges everything. Yeah. You are swimming in it, man. So I feel like you coming into a place where things are just like, it feels good, right? Like fortune, abundance, just like those good feelings all flowing in your direction, right? And so I don't know. I can't help but think like, yeah, you've come out of like a period of time where you're maybe not feeling the best about life and maybe even yourself and your circumstance, but by, you know, the beginning of February, you're going to be cruising, dude. Absolutely. So that feels good. I'm happy to hear that. I am very happy to hear that. Okay, our first lucky number is 7. Lucky number 7. 41. 7, 41, and 97. All right. Well, Pisces, I love you. Thank you for being here. It's always such a pleasure. If you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, we will talk soon. Good night.